Hey, welcome to CZVERSE. I'm here every week breaking down AI, crypto, quantum computing, and robotics, the technology that's actually reshaping the world, explained in a way that makes sense for real people. If that's what you're into, stick around. Let's get into it. This week, two independent engineering teams on Solana, Anza and Firedancer, reached a rare consensus on a cryptographic primitive called Falcon. It's a specific technical choice that addresses a physical vulnerability in how every transaction on the network is currently secured. The reason this matters is that quantum hardware is moving out of the lab. Once these machines reach a certain scale, they will be capable of breaking the mathematical locks that protect every major blockchain today. Bitcoin is approaching this from a position of deep caution. The community's commitment to backward compatibility and slow, deliberate changes means they are still debating multiple proposals without a confirmed path forward. Ethereum researchers are in an active state of exploration. They are testing several post-quantum signature schemes simultaneously, but that flexibility means the specific timeline for a network-wide upgrade remains undefined. Quantum decryption capability is a hard deadline. In an environment where the hardware is already being built, the network that establishes its technical defense first secures its capital, while others remain exposed. Solana's entire architecture is built for throughput, processing thousands of transactions every second with sub-second finality. This creates a massive hurdle for post-quantum security. Most of the standard quantum-resistant protocols use large data packets and require significant processing time. If Solana adopted these naively, network speed would drop to a fraction of its current capacity. This chart shows why Falcon is different. Standard options require several kilobytes per signature, but Falcon averages just 666 bytes, maintaining transaction density. It shifts the computational load. Signing happens on the user's device, while validators verify in microseconds, keeping performance intact. The convergence between Anza and Firedancer happened because both teams were solving for the same physics. To keep the network fast while upgrading its armor, Falcon was the only viable path. Implementing this is a coordination task involving thousands of developers, exchanges, and DeFi protocols. It's a total infrastructure overhaul. The roadmap begins with test environments in the coming months, moving toward optional Falcon support on the mainnet by 2025 or 2026. For the average user, the transition is subtle. Wallet software will update to support the new format, and while your public address might look different, your day-to-day transactions won't feel any different. However, there is a cutoff. Between 2027 and 2029, the network enforces a full migration. Once old cryptographic standards are deprecated, any funds left in legacy accounts will be vulnerable to quantum decryption. A phased rollout gives the ecosystem time to move its capital. Ultimately, the safety of those funds depends on users migrating their assets before the window closes. Cryptocurrency is the first industry where the financial rewards for breaking encryption are immediate and permissionless. That makes it the first real-world testing ground for these post-quantum defenses. The same mathematical vulnerabilities Solana is fixing today also exist in global banking systems, medical databases, and the encryption that secures your private communications. Solana's move to Falcon provides an operational blueprint. The tools and standards developed here will likely be adopted by traditional enterprises and governments as they begin their own security upgrades. This shift to a post-quantum world isn't a theoretical exercise. It is a massive infrastructural change that the crypto industry is being forced to solve first. By 2026, we expect Solana's Falcon implementation to move from testnet to active use. This will likely force other major chains to move from the research phase to making their own specific technical commitments. Moving into 2027 and 2028, early adopters use Falcon on Solana mainnet. Simultaneously, Bitcoin and Ethereum finalize their post-quantum foundations. By 2030, migration defines network health. Chains that transitioned active supply hold market trust. Those that failed see their security and capital dissolve. Quantum readiness is becoming a tangible competitive advantage. It is the factor that will decide where institutional capital settles over the next 10 years. I want to say a real thank you for spending time with this video. I know this stuff is complex, and I appreciate you being here to work through it. Drop a comment with your take. Which major blockchain do you think completes its post-quantum migration first? Solana, Ethereum, or Bitcoin? Subscribe if you haven't. Next week, I'm breaking down the Western Union story, a 175-year-old institution launching a stablecoin on Solana. You don't want to miss that. This is CZVERSE. I'll see you in the next one.